Listen to this description here real quick. I'm going to read
Oh,
this
okay.
to you. Try having your players map the caves based on only your verbal descriptions. Emphasize the importance of light sources. I think I've done that.
Hey, are light sources
Yeah,
important?
basically you have a cave running north-south. To the south, it dead ends. To the north, it kind of narrows, and then there's like an opening into what looks like another passage beyond. And then to the east, where you just came from, are the three small entrances that lead back out to the Caribbean. So we're on a pirate Borg dungeon crawl now, guys.
It's infinitely better than being eaten on the beach by crabs.
Yes. Or
let's see if you're still saying that later. Okay.
Or eaten in the water by skeletons and sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do? I mean, there's just all kinds of you can see there's a lot of driftwood in here and a lot of debris from the sea itself that's been washed in here.
We'll definitely be gathering up driftwood for some sort of ability to it can keep a light going.
Okay. Yeah. The problem is finding. So what are you? You said you're going to gather driftwood.
Gather about some reasonably close driftwood.
All right.
Disappearing into the shadows.
I want everybody to make a presence check. Oh, that's horrible, Rotten Johnny.
That's what I get.
He didn't even see the driftwood he was looking at. He was like, I swear there was driftwood, right?
I reached out for driftwood and grabbed sand.
Yeah.
Oops.
What looked to be wood is actually a alligator, and oh wow, everybody did. All right, Mr. Evil, Mr. Evil, as you walk over to a pile of what looks like driftwood, and you catch the gleam of something underneath, like one of these scraps of wood. It's like there's a gleam of looks like gold filigree, and yeah,
I like filigree.
And then maybe another glint, and you catch there's like a pile of stones under this driftwood, and inside the glint is a rune encrusted pistol, and then two perfectly symmetrical gold bars. It looks like Spanish bullion.
Nice.
And this pistol is of an ancient design, probably out of something that's been out of use for, like if you were back in Europe, this would be a 50-year-old pistol here. But it looks to be in amazing condition.
Very nice.
So what you've got is 2 gold bars worth 100 silver each, which is a considerable amount.
Yes.
And a rune-encrusted flintlock pistol, which is on page 62 under the relics section in the main rulebook.
I'm going to toss the other two each a bar. She's like, hey, look, I found some gold. I'll tuck the pistol into my robe, and then say, man, the next gold bar I'll have to take.
Why are you giving it to us? Is it cursed?
No, I'm just trying to be, teamworky.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Page 62. I want to see the stats on this thing because I didn't actually.
Rune-encrusted flintlock. Once one creature you see loses D6 plus spirit hit points, ignore armor, takes 1 action to reload. Oh,
it's nice.
That you see or that you shoot?
One creature
it's a ritual.
Loses, because it's a magical item.
So it's a no-miss pistol that hurts you a lot.
It specifically hurts spirit.
Scales off of your spirit.
No, right. It scales off my spirit, which is good for me because my spirit is +5 right now.
Oh, yeah. D6 plus spirit HP. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And most weapons don't even scale off of your stats.
11 points, I guess, in your case, then?
Yeah, I could.
No, most weapons don't. No.
Yeah.
Huh. I should post that on the forums, because that's different from every other weapon. But maybe
Yeah,
that's
you
because
see
it's a
it there,
magical
though,
weapon.
right?
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
because it's extra good.
It's
Yeah,
literally an ancient relic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only one.
What I like here
that might come in
also,
handy.
if you look at this the page on ancient relics, each one of those pictures on the artwork actually matches
Something
what's
in
there.
the
Yeah,
pages.
yeah. So the like there's the pistol. There's where's the mermaid? Oh, the mermaid scales are in the little jar. There's the cross of the paragon. That's pretty cool. But in any case, yeah. So yeah, you've found something quite nice. What do you wish to do? So you are able. You're gathering driftwood at the same time, and with the intent to do what?
We're gonna take it back to our ship area so that we have, because we can dry it out.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm not
Sure.
I'm not really so worried about that as to having a good pile in here that we can light up in case we're being attacked.
Okay.
Instead
Well,
of just
I
dealing
should
with a
mention.
single.
But it needs to
Now
be
I should
dry.
mention that everything in here is quite damp.
Yeah.
Is
At
it?
least in this area. Yeah. So it would be pretty hard without the aid of magic to actually light it on fire at this. But if
Okay.
you were to dry it out, then of course.
We're definitely not lighting
I guess-
any of this in here on fire right now.
So,
Okay.
are there like armloads of flotsam and stuff in this cave? And like
Yeah,
salvage that
but
we
I
can
mean,
get?
there's pieces of driftwood and that sort of thing. And did you want to search around? Is that what you're
Yeah,
It
telling
would be
me?
So,
good
like-
to intentionally search now that we found that symptoms
Yeah.
here.
So I rolled crap. So like Johnny was saying, we're grabbing driftwood, etc. So I'm like pulling stuff blindly out of the cave because I don't have light.
Okay, roll me a.
Oh,
We've
my
got
light
light
is bright.
from.
Yeah, you have pretty bright
Oh, okay.
light actually.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I
Um,
already rolled and failed, but I'm pulling out like flotsam and
Yeah,
jetsam
yeah,
and
it doesn't
like
actually
just
matter.
ferrying relatively worthless stuff out of the cave. But that
So,
silver bar was pretty nice.
As you do, so
Gold
you,
bar.
you pull up
Gold bar.
a piece of driftwood, and on it you find a large black and brown snail. Roll a d6.
Black and brown snail.
Yeah, roll a d6.
Oh,
Don't
I'm
look
gonna call him.
Patrick?
Freddy.
Patrick.
Patrick?
Yeah. Roll me a d6 though. A
Oh no,
5.
Snaily.
Actually, okay, on this piece of between the two of you, that's I think it was Johnny Rotten and Misfit. You find a total of 5 of these very large brown and black snails. Now the strange thing about this is that they glow a vibrant green in the dark. So you turn over a piece of driftwood and there's these glowing
snails.
green snails. And when you look at the center of their shell, like the outer part of their shell, there's a glowing green eyeball staring back at you that blinks. So it's a very odd looking. Here, there's a picture. Hold on.
Hey Johnny, should I eat it?
No, put it in a jar and then you can use it for light.
Oh yes, you're so wise, Captain.
Let me
I was gonna
copy
eat it.
this.
Don't eat random things, especially when they glow.
All right, hold
That
on.
out.
Oh,
You don't know where it's been.
All right, here's a picture of what they look. And the eye's not actually on the shell; it's inside, like where the foot of the snail should actually be.
Okay.
You see that?
Put them in a jar. With some seaweed.
At
and
the
seawater.
center, at the center of each eyeball. So the source of the glow seems to be coming from the center of the eyeball. What are you gonna do?
Oh.
So you said you put some. You have a jar?
I'm sure we could find a jar in the flotsam and stuff here. This would be a perfect
Are you
place for a
sure?
jar to wash up.
Sure. So you got 5 of these. So Robin, how about you? Are you?
I wouldn't put them in your
I don't know.
pocket.
So these snails, just
they
to give
look
you an
kinda
idea,
Spiny.
they're spiny, but it doesn't look like dangerously so. And when you pick it up, and they're about half the size of your fist, so they're a good sized snail. When you pick it up, the eyeball just kind of rolls around in there and blinks at you.
It's actually looking at me though.
It's looking
specifically.
at you, yeah.
It's not just rolling around aimlessly. not. It's not
No,
decorative.
it actually.
It's
So
functional.
as you look back into its eye, I need you to test spirit.
Of course, I look back into its eye.
Oh,
'Cause it's
me
definitely
too.
looking at you.
I'm gonna name him Sauron.
There's 5 of them. Sauron and
One Sauron, one is Mike.
Saruman.
Mike Wazowski.
Oh God! All right, so Rotten Johnny, you're
Oh my
transfixed.
god.
Oh,
with
no.
Must do what snail tells me to.
Ooh, love a took.
Misfit. You're like whoa. You like for a second there, you feel kind of like a wave of nausea kind of pass over you.
Do I
You
notice
shake your head.
Johnny transfixed on his
Yeah. So
snail?
Johnny, as you look at this, your mind begins to travel time and space to another dimension,
I
physical.
didn't
time.
even have to eat this thing to get this trip.
Yeah, so and it's like looking straight at you, and your mind begins to wander into this dimension where nothing is mutable, nothing has a mutable form. Everything is a mass of tentacles
Ew.
and strange. Basically, you're in wherever the creatures from Lovecraft mythos come from. Is what you're looking at right now. And
Damn, I'm not even a cultist.
no,
The dimension
no, and
was nothing but shrimp.
yeah. Now Johnny, or I'm sorry, Misfit, as you look at the eye, you're like, wait a minute. Whatever's glowing in there looks solid. Like obviously the eyeball's solid, but it's like the pupil of the eye is where the actual glow is coming from. And it looks almost like a gemstone.
Hmm.
Smash it.
Meanwhile, yeah, everybody's noticed that.
I still kind of want to eat it, but I'm gonna follow my captain's advice and just kind of
All right.
pop it out.
Oh, you're gonna pop the eyeball out?
I mean, yeah, wouldn't you?
Sure.
Got a
It's
glowing
hard
gemstone in that eye.
Meanwhile, Rotten Johnny is just kind of transfixed, holding this thing.
I'm gonna
and
smack
staring
him in the
right
back of the
at
head.
him. All right, yeah.
Does it help?
All of a sudden, so you're shaken back to reality by being smacked in the back of the head. And you
Ah!
kind of break
It
away,
was
but
horrible. Horrible.
the things that you've seen, you're gonna have nightmares about this stuff for probably some time to come. Meanwhile, Misfit pops out an eyeball and finds that it is indeed there's a gemstone. I'm just gonna tell you that it's worth 20 silver. Each of the gemstones, and these snails are called lost eye snails.
Well, start popping the eyes out.
Oh my God,
We don't need the snails,
Oh, this
but
is
the gems are nice.
this is so interesting. Yeah, there's some lore behind these things, which is kind of disturbing. Okay,
There's a lot of good
Anyway.
meat in here, Captain, and I'm like holding the remains of these like destroyed
Yeah.
creatures.
It's basically you dug the gem out of the center of the eye socket, right? And then there's just this kind of goop in your hand right now. But you've got 5 of these, so if you choose,
If you want to slurp them, you can go ahead and slurp them.
You can have mine here. I don't want.
Oh, sweet!
I don't want anything.
And I
to do
immediately
with
just
Alright, so
I
somebody-
immediately start like licking my fingers clean.
somebody write 5 lost eye snails. Add it to your inventory.
it. Just the
the gems are-
gemstones.
Or lost snail eye now.
Yeah, the gems are worth 20 silver apiece, but there may be other things. So you lick your fingers? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, I eat the escargot for lunch.
Oh,
Plus,
raw.
I'm a murloc.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Maybe I got a taste for
slurps
these.
Slurps the rest of the snail out of the shell.
did they taste good?
Yeah.
Should I make a roll? Should I roll like Constitution or something?
I'm gonna check. Hold on. I need to check something here. There's a table that I wanted to
Eating
look
raw
at.
snail.
Oh, sweet. Okay. We gotta
If
check
I
the
can-
book. That's how bad
If
it
I
is.
can now find the table, yeah.
There's a
That's
table
my
for
problem. I'm
that.
still. There is, and I just need to find it.
I took the magical components out first, so it's less.
Yeah, you
dangerous.
took the actual gemstone out, right?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be
It's
funny if those things were
disarmed.
just rattling around in my stomach?
Yeah,
that would be hilarious. All right, give me a test toughness.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I'm testing toughness.
Oh,
as well.
wow.
you just crit?
19.
Yeah.
Dirty
He
20.
has a +1.
You got a dirty 20. I like that.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You swallow it, and it's actually quite nourishing, and it doesn't
yeah.
taste too good, but
Maybe it's an acquired taste. I'm gonna eat another one.
Gross.
Okay.
Oh, the first one didn't kill you. The second one
Yeah, the
probably
first
won't.
one. Okay,
Yeah.
the second one. Let's see. Go ahead and roll again.
Dang it! Oh no!
Get
Oh,
a
I was
snail
tempting to.
parasite.
This time I got a 10.
A 10's not nearly as good.
You're using it wrong. You're supposed to squeeze it into your own
So
eyeball.
this time you feel like you can barely keep it down, but you still manage to swallow it without any ill effects.
First one was good.
We're
Second
laga
one was
laga.
off.
I shouldn't have eaten this much.
But your
seafood.
stomach does that thing where it kind of flip flops and
One more and it's done.
You have a strong natural aversion to eating anymore. Like you get that reaction, when you know you've eaten
but
something
3
bad.
spoonfuls of space honey.
But in any case, yeah. So that's what you discover in this.
So let's take our flotsam out and put it by the.
Did we want to explore further into the cave system?
Yeah.
Or is this as far back as it went?
Well, you're just in that kind of entry chamber right now.
Do we want to go further back, or do you want to explore one of the bigger caves?
I mean, well, we're here.
So
it may join with the other caves.
You have a passageway leading to the north, or you could go out and check out one of the bigger caves. Yeah, it's up to you.
Is the passageway to the west, or is it a dead end to the north?
I'm sorry, it's I should say to the northwest. Yeah.
Yeah, dead end to the northwest passage. I agree with Johnny.
No.
Let's
the dead
take the
end is
northwest
to
passage.
the south. The dead end is to the southeast.
I mean, we've already gotten past the dangerous part of entering this place.
Next, let's go through that. Let's go on further.
And how long? I don't know if your light's going to last long enough for us to get back
has it been
out
30 minutes
through
yet?
it.
I can cast it again.
I'm gonna say you spent about 15 minutes searching the area in here.
Okay, we'll move on for another 15. And
I mean, I don't want to go through that in the dark.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
And then we can go back to the rest of our party and report what we found.
We're gonna keep on
only
going through the caves.
been gone half an hour.
We haven't even been gone a half hour.
Yeah.
You make your way to the north. What did I say? Northwest.
Yes.
And you see that you're now presented with a couple of options. So you can either continue now in the way that you're going. The passage begins to widen a bit. And you can see that the channel now opens up into a large, briny, kind of a pool of water, almost. And it's big enough. And you can see the surf now coming in and out. And you think that you may have discovered one of the other larger passages. But interestingly, so it's hard to tell because this is the edge of your vision, right? You can see 2 other passages branching off. So you can either continue the way you're going, or you can take a passage to the northeast or the southeast. So you've got northwest, northeast, southeast. Northwest passage is the largest of the 3. And that opens up into what looks like almost an underground kind of, not lake, but it's the water coming in from the sea, right?
Let's go through the big one.
You're gonna go through the big one.
And
I mean, the smaller ones look like they would just go back out to the caverns that we were already in.
No, they branch off in different directions.
And I'm gonna cast the divine light again.
Okay.
So
how many times have you cast it today? Just once, right?
Yeah, that's now twice. So 40 more minutes.
40 more minutes. Okay. And so what's the decision here? It's to continue.
You want to go down the big one?
We can go into the larger passage. May as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Get
and
that
you
out
do.
Of the
You
way
see.
Early.
So the first thing that you see is that that large sea cave to the it's probably the northernmost one, if that makes sense. Exits into this kind of large cavern. There is an ancient. As you get further in, you see that while it's mostly water, there's a kind of an island, if you will, of rock up against the northwest wall of the cave. And there's an ancient piragua, which is a type of ship. It's a larger ship. It's suitable for a crew of 20 or more, and complete with a sail and a mast. And but it's a dugout construction. Like it's almost what. I don't know.
Like
where
on
they were-
Moana.
No, it's not an outrigger. I'll actually show you a picture of one here.
Different oceans.
Hold on one
At
second.
low tide, do we think we could get it out of this cave?
Here, let me. It looks like it had to get in here somewhere, but let me link you a picture of one.
It wasn't built here.
Yeah, it was kind of my.
Well, you said a dugout, so.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, it wasn't a Pacific. It wasn't a Pacific craft. It was a Atlantic.
Right.
Let me stick it in Discord here. All right.
I actually have a minute.
Something like that. Yeah, which is actually a cool mini.
Yeah, I have a 32 millimeter Piragua.
Oh,
Hey, that's
nice.
the one I have actually. That's the Blood and Plunder one, right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, here's a better picture of it.
That game is amazing. Yeah, the miniatures are awesome too.
Perfect for Pirate Borg.
Agreed.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a Piragua.
David,
Considerably
if you ever
larger
get a
than
chance to
what
get
you
any of
have.
these, let's do it.
And it can actually, I believe, if I can find the stats on them here in Pirate Borg.
It would be a much better sailing
Oh yeah, way better.
option
Like,
to get around.
It's an ocean-going craft. I mean,
The
it's probably
stars
one of
wouldn't bother us as much.
No, probably not at all.
Captain, permission to board.
Let's go check it out.
It actually.
Well, at least it doesn't look like it could hide too many skeletons in it.
No, but it's funny that you say that because.
Well, if it didn't get
Resting
here on
atop,
its own.
I'll go ahead and give you the description here. Resting atop a rocky platform is an ancient Piragua, decorated with runes and pictograms, covered in dust, looks to be at least 100 years old. Several dead pirates, backs against the walls of the cave, with looks of terror frozen on their faces, are in various states of decay.
Oh.
Now, the boat, or ship if you will, looks much older than the pirate corpses, which, judging from the the moisture in here, have probably only been here for a couple of weeks at most.
All right.
They're still decaying, and they're not.
They're still
skeletons,
decaying, and the stranger thing is that normally in sea caves like this, you would expect they'd be covered with crabs and other things that would be just eating them, right? But none of that has happened. And they're all kind of leaned up against the walls surrounding this ship.
But they look terrified, you said.
Yeah, their faces are frozen in like expressions of horror. It might just be that the way that when a corpse, and it starts to desiccate and everything, and then, but it doesn't look like they died pleasantly. Yeah.
Or maybe they're undead resting.
I mean, could be. That wouldn't be so strange in this setting, would it?
Yeah.
No.
I'm going
Really.
to poke one with my machete and knock it over.
All right, yeah, you do so. You poke it, and
Does
your
it
machete
get up
just goes
or
right
fall
through.
over?
No, it falls over.
Okay. Let's clear these corpses off and prep this thing. To
I
see if
have
we
a
can get it out.
conch shell that can ask a question.
Say that again.
I have a conch shell of one question.
Oh, do you now? All right. That's actually one of the relics, right?
Yeah. I just got that last game.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
We could ask one question.
Ask
like,
a corpse.
What killed you?
Oh, interesting. I forgot that you had that. All right. So what are you gonna do?
I didn't think it would work on undead, so I needed to know first.
Well, these don't appear to be undead. At least they didn't animate when you stuck it with your machete. So.
Or might
Right.
be.
Okay. Pick a cork and ask it a question.
I will pick a corpse, pick the closest corpse, and ask it, "What killed you?"
Its eyes light up with kind of an eldritch.
And I have to do a relic spirit test or something, right? It says
That is a
spirit
good.
DR12 after using.
Oh, okay. Yeah, DR12. Oh, if you fail, you're stunned for the next round, and the relic cannot be used until the next day.
So I guess I'll do a spirit check.
Well, that after you use it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's see what happens. Yeah, D20 roll plus your spirit bonus, I guess.
It's at least a positive number.
Mm-hmm. You just don't want to roll a 1. All right. I mean, so it's a fail.
So
you're stunned.
You're stunned and
I
you can't use it.
I can't use it again until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's not destroyed.
No. Unfortunately, you're not able to question
anything else.
Yeah.
Can I throw a devil's luck your way and re-roll that one?
Of course.
I want that to happen. Let's re-roll it.
Well, it still
I will
happens.
spend a devil's luck.
He's just stunned and can't use it again.
I guess that's right. I guess if you interpret it that way, that's correct.
Well, I mean, I can roll it a second time and see if I get better.
Yeah,
it's up to you guys.
Throwing a devil's luck your direction. He and I have
Let's
just
see
luck.
See if I do better. No.
Ooh, no.
I'm still stunned.
No, I have
You're
one
stunned,
left.
but I think if I'm interpreting this right, you do get to ask the question. It says after using a relic. So yeah, you can ask.
Right. It basically it blasts me afterwards for being so useless.
I'm looking at the chat again. I misheard what you guys were doing. So you rolled a 9 and you needed to get a 12, right?
Yeah.
He needed to get a 12.
And I got a 6 after the.
So
after the
sorry.
reroll.
I should have just done the -4 DR. So can we go back and say
that's fine.
Did the right thing?
Oh,
The
okay.
what?
Yeah.
So with devil's luck, I can go -4, and you just
You
go
would
by
just
this
pass
your
the
teeth.
check. Yeah. You don't need to roll again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Instead
okay.
of
So
the reroll.
basically, he just causes you. His devil's luck allows you to pass the check, so you are not stunned. And what is your question?
I was looking at the wrong spot in the chat. Sorry.
It's asking
thanks for
what
letting us know
killed
that.
it. What killed you?
It looks at you with these, the eyes kind of flare up, and it points at the ancient spirits, and then the eyes just kind of fade back into the blackened pits.
Alrighty, I guess we aren't using this boat.
Hey, time out. Are we going to take the dead guy's word for it? I mean, they just may have. They may have.
He can't lie.
He may
Does
have.
it say that they can't lie?
Yeah, it doesn't.
It actually doesn't. It doesn't specify that they have to tell the truth.
And didn't say why the ancient spirits killed him.
It pointed at the boat, though.
Yeah.
Good point, Indy. You go first.
I mean, technically, you could use the skull to ask another dead body another question.
No, I can't.
It says,
Since
he
I
can't ask that
I
one.
technically didn't fail.
And he can't ask that one a question again because he's used it once on that.
True.
Would you with a higher spirit like to try it?
Yeah, there's no attunement in this game.
Yeah.
So. Since it's here.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask the next question?
I'll go over to the next one and like.
Somebody roll me a d6. How many did I say there were? I forgot.
You just said there. Yeah, you didn't.
Several.
I said several. All right, roll me a d6 and we'll see what several is.
2.
Several is 2. Okay.
Several is 2 that are remaining in good enough shape to be.
Let's say
right?
let's say that there were 3 total, so that there's
Okay,
2.
Yeah.
2.
Because 2 would just be a couple.
I mean, alternately, one of you guys could bring one back, right?
I don't know if we could bring it back.
They're partially rotting. I'm sure it looks silly as hell, but also probably really creepy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Creepier than a decaying corpse.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I'm not doing it yet, but I'm confirming with my compadres here. So he said it was the ship and the spirits.
Ancient spirits. Yes.
Ancient spirit.
Just said ancient spirit.
Should I ask them what they did to disturb the ancient spirits?
Sure. That seems reasonable.
I'm gonna spend a. Hang on, I got +5. Hang on, I have +5 to that.
I was gonna say
that's not enough.
But then I'm gonna spend a devil's luck to -4 the.
Oh well. Okay, then in that case you're good.
Yeah.
So the question is, one more time.
What did you do?
What did you do to anger the spirits?
Tried to steal ship. And that's it.
We're not going to steal it. We're just going to use it.
Use it without
Borrowing.
permission. Take-
Long-term borrowing.
I should mention that when I say ancient on this thing, and the pictograms, like those of you that are occultists, which are several of you, right?
Yeah, there's at least two of us.
Why don't you test spirit, the two of you, just to see what you might know about these pictograms?
Hey, maybe you guys will be cool with the spirits. They could be from your cult.
Yeah, they're Satanists. So we're testing spirit, the two of you, to see what you might know. Oh, nice. That's good for both of you. But with a 19, Mr. Evil, so the first thing that comes to mind is that, and I didn't mention this before, but Naira did have a few tattoos, and they were very stylized, kind of tribal-looking tattoos. These seem very similar.
One of them stopped kind of abruptly.
And you realize that, yeah, exactly, on the arm. But you realize that these are ancient Minoan pictograms, specifically with a 19. So you would know that as well, Misfit, that they're Minoan. But with your 19, you remember hearing stories about a ethnic group of people that used to inhabit these islands called the Taino, Taino, and yeah, from your research, because you've researched various esoteric knowledge and that sort of thing, but yeah, it seems like this ship is of native construction, and the pictograms seem to match what you studied back in the day. Whenever you found out.
Oh, spirits, can we borrow your boat?
You say that?
Yes.
Nothing happens.
Maybe we should investigate around the boat
Yes.
instead of on the boat and see if there's something that's causing this curse.
Ditto.
She did say something about a curse keeping her angry people here.
She
angry
did.
ancestors.
Let's take a look around.
Okay, so by look around, explain to me what you're doing. Exactly. So basically, you have these three corpses. You have the, the ship itself, or boat, I guess is a more apt term for it. And even though, like I said, it's around 100 years old, everything looks intact. Like there's been no decay to it, which, like, normally after 100 years in a damp cave, a wooden craft like this would not fare too well.
Hey.
But the mast and the sail, everything seems to be in working order.
One Eye Willie's ship sailed just fine.
It's true. It's true. That's.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, exactly. A bunch of kids showing up. Anyway, so are you boarding the ship? Like, what are you? How are you investigating, or what are you?
It's up on rocks right now, right?
It's on a, like, there's a flat. Let me see if I can actually show you here. I'll just go ahead and clip the picture of it.
Use your words, Mr. GM.
Here, I'm gonna stick this in Discord. Bear with me.
Rawr.
All right, here you go. Here's the scene. Okay. So it's resting on this platform here, and you can, I think, enlarge it a little bit. No, you can't. Not that much, but you get an idea, right? And for people on Twitch, I've just posted a picture on Discord, and I know.
Yeah, and I held it up. I'm holding it up to the camera.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and then the corpses are just kind of arrayed around it. Like one of them might actually be leaning up against it.
You want to just try to push it into the water, see if the spirits come out? Then we can try to talk to them?
Yes. I have an idea of what to say.
Okay. You already
once we get them
said
to show
you
up.
said spirits. What did you say exactly?
I asked if
Mr.
we could
Evil?
borrow their boat.
Okay.
Spirits,
And
can we
then,
borrow
all right.
your boat?
So is that what you're doing? Are you pushing it into the water?
Do you guys want to push it in the water and see if we can get the spirits to come out? Then we can commune with them? And
I have no doubts that messing with the boat will cause the spirits to come out. I don't know how much we're going to commune with them, though.
but we're cool.
Before
These guys weren't.
before we push into
are
the
we?
water, I will say out loud that we are friends of the Coral Palace,
Mm-hmm.
and we are liberators and not colonizers.
Okay. All right. So then you push the boat, like you're able to basically the three
Before
of
we
you.
push the boat,
Uh-huh.
Where'd my mouse go? Come back, give me my. I'm going to attempt to.
And
speak
we're-
with-
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to commune. I'm going to test
Oh.
spirit. Ask us thy deity a singular yea or nay query. Thy response may be
It's a
unclear,
bad idea.
or
Hey,
that-
Satan! All right, I like it. Okay.
Okay, so I got to make a.
How many more spells do you have, by the way? This is 3, if I
Yep,
can't counting this
so-
right.
I think he had 5.
I think so.
Yeah, I had 5 for the day.
All right.
So
So what is your question for Satan?
I gotta roll my DR,
Okay.
my spirit test. Ooh, I'm glad I got +5 to spirit. God bless.
And
What's
do you have
the
any
DR?
more?
It's only DR8, but
Oh, well, there you go.
oh Jesus criminy.
Yeah, you can add that +5 along with your die roll.
Yeah,
so it just shows up.
if I click the if I type it in, I can. But if I just click the button up top,
I
to
love how
roll quick
vague
D20.
that the spell is, too.
I know.
Asketh thy deity a single yea or nay query. Thy response may be unclear, or thou may receiveth no answer.
So
Love
it's
it.
up to the DM whether he wants to really.
It
answer
is.
the
It
thing.
sure is.
And
Okay, but go ahead.
That's
Oh,
after you
Lightbringer.
possibly screw it all up.
Oh, Beelzebub.
Morning.
Oh,
Morning Star, Yeah.
Will pushing this craft into the water bring forth spirits?
Yea, most assuredly. Voiced in your mind.
Okay.
Bother me again with such a stupid question.
And with that, the presence is gone.
Satan says it's okay to push the boat in. It'll bring the spirits out.
All right. You can call me Beals. Beals. All right. Yeah. You push the boat
You can call me
into the. What is that comedian's name?
Stephen Lynch.
Yeah, Stephen Lynch. Oh my God, his
Lynch. Yeah.
Beelzebub is a great song, but his Craig. Craig Christ.
Craig.
What was the one? Do you remember the one about the Irish, the Irish guy that would? Oh God, it was an Irish. He did like an Irish folk
dear.
song. It was freaking
I don't
hilarious.
remember
Anyway,
that one.
he did one
Some
about
rivers
D&D
run
too
high
that
and
was
some
less than
rivers run
complimentary.
low.
All right. So yeah, as soon as you begin to shove the boat, it starts to inch forward. I need somebody to roll me a d4, please. Just the first one to do it. I don't care.
Woo! Look at that.
Okay, on the very center of the ship, as rising up basically from the deck of the ship, a noble-looking figure in ceremonial robes. Picture like I guess the closest thing that I could call into my mind would be like an Aztec priest, right? Translucent, lots of feathers and gold and that sort of thing. It just rises up and looks at you with hollow eyes and says, "Intruders, what is thy purpose?"
We want to give you rest.
Explain. It didn't immediately attack.
We seek the Grail? No.
What
No,
is
Ah!
your name? What? Yeah. All right, it has to. Holy Grail has to come up in every RPG session ever. So
Even sci-fi.
at least for
ones.
people. Yeah, it doesn't matter, at least for people of a certain age.
Yes.
I think even the younger generation, they're all aware of it. So
Well,
You should tell him about Naira and the Coral Palace.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna name drop Naira of the Coral Palace.
okay, so what do you say?
Greetings, Tano people. Bow deeply. We're liberators and friends of the Coral Palace. We're we two are men of the cloth, and I'm going to gesture to Mr. Evil, and I'm going to say, "Will you grant us use of your boat? You're not
so
using it anymore."
It looks amused at this, if that's possible, and it says, "Liberators, I fear you come about a century too late for that. My people are dead, scattered to the four winds. But there is a presence here, deeper within these ruins. If you were to lay this presence to rest, you might call it a demon. You may have this noble craft. It was my own in life. I was a leader amongst my people." He's actually a very verbose spirit.
Dang, how generous of you!
It is yours, should you prove yourselves worthy. If not, well, if not, you will not return. Simple as that.
Which way
That's very
is
generous of you.
He points down the passage to the
demon?
vaguely in the direction of the two passages that you just passed earlier.
Left or right?
Yes.
No, we kind of do they go to the same place?
Left or right? That's
Eventually.
Oh no!
Eventually, they come to the same
This is- you will
place.
He's a cryptic
find-
ghost.
We'll find a temple deep within the caverns.
Hey, don't
It
make
has
him
been-
use the conch.
It has been overtaken
Quickly
by
use the conch.
the profane dead, and what you might
Yeah.
call a demon.
Don't make me use the conch.
Can we use the boat to go get supplies so we can come back and defeat the demon?
Do you think I was born yesterday?
No.
It raises an eyebrow. Alright. Says the boat remains here until you accomplish this task.
It'd be way easier to accomplish if we could go get more people.
I am afraid that is not an option, my friend. And he gestures to the others. He says, "You look more worthy than these." And he points to the corpses. And it's only then that you notice that, like, there's kind of a light coming out from this presence, kind of a ghostly light. And you notice that there are bones laying around, just out of the range of your light earlier.
He's not the only dead pirates in here.
Yeah, it looks like people have been coming in here and dying in here for quite a while.
I've just been stealing the ship, not talking to the poor guy. He's just killing him out of boredom.
And he looks at you, Misfit, and says, "I am." He kind of pauses for a moment. Happy is not the word I would use, but I am glad that my people's name is still remembered by some.
Oh, your people.
We are sadly no more.
Oh no, there are still some of your people out there. I just met one today.
Did you now? I feel that is impossible.
Yes,
But
your civilization may have fallen, but your people still remain, or some of your progeny at least.
he smiles sadly at that and
Those are your
just kind of
descendants.
nods his head and says, "Yes, you are different than these others. Perhaps you are the ones that put it into this curse."
Ha! Let's go demon hunting. Satan's
All right,
on our
but
side. Hey, Dad, can you call him home?
Yeah, it's just the optics of this. It's like, Satan, help me fight some demons. Okay, sure.
Hey, Satan,
Why
can you call
not?
this fucker home?
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. You've got Judeo-Christian Satan versus ancient Mesoamerican mythology deities, right? So all bets are off, right? It could just be plus, this universe has Cthulhu in it as well. So go figure. It's got a little of everything. But that's where we're gonna have to end it for the night. Real quick though, unless there's anything else you want to do in this area, we'll just end it here.
No, now's a decent time to take a break.
Well, it's search the dead pirates for.
Oh, you're gonna.
Yeah.
I was wondering if anyone was gonna do that.
Yeah.
So now I get to use the wonderful loot the body table.
Absolutely.
It's a good band, Loot the Body.
And are we leveling up as well, or gaining experience? I should say.
I don't.
Should we?
Nice
Should we roll
gold
for
bar and a couple of gold bars and a nice pistol.
No. I never showed you the pistol.
No. Okay.
You guys know
hold
about
on.
the gold bars.
Well, yes.
It's true.
This is true, but that doesn't
Let
mean
me
we didn't gain
let me ask you
skill
this,
as
Bill.
a group.
So, in your understanding of how the mechanics work, do you basically do a level up after every successful session? Is that how it works? Because it's kind of vague about
It's
that.
DM's
I
discretion.
I thought it was based on treasure gathered.
No, you're thinking of old school essentials. You're thinking of a
okay.
different system.
Yeah, this one is more
but
by
let's
milestones.
first off, let's loot the body. So there's 3 bodies. So I'll just go ahead and everybody, each person roll a D100.
Loot
So-
that body.
So let's go D100,
Oh.
and I'll do these one at a time. So we have an 80 for Mr. Evil. All right, Mr. Evil, you find roll a D8.
Hang on a sec. Oh, I have a cat that was freaking out trying to get off the table.
No worries. Roll me a D8.
D8. 1.
You find a belt pouch with 1 gold doubloon in it.
Woo!
Oh, 1 gold. The
1
gold doubloon, is that worth 10?
Yes.
that
It's
worth 10
worth
silver?
10 silver, yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right.
But you do
next.
have a belt pouch now.
Yeah, you also have a belt pouch if you want it. Next, we got a 63. Who is that?
A
I'm
letter
sorry.
from a Bonnie
Misfit.
Lass.
Misfit. You find a rolled up letter. It just says from a Bonnie. I'll put some thought into this one and let you know next week.
Oh, could it be a letter?
Oh, it's
from,
a letter from the mermaid.
Yeah, to her past maybe.
Anyway,
And
Rotten
if
Johnny.
she turns out to be really old, it could be like
Okay,
like
Rotten
a Civil
Johnny.
War letter or something. It's like what the
Civil
hell?
War letter would be like in the future.
No, like
There's
their Civil War.
relatively to our timeline. It'd be like, how old is this lady?
Oh, how
You
old
know?
is Naira?
Like if
Yeah,
she
you
was
don't
like
know.
if she was like 100+ years old or whatever.
Yeah, you got no idea. All right, so Rotten Johnny hit the jackpot. Page 62, he gets an ancient relic.
Nice.
You know what? One thing I really wish they would do with this game is they would add more ancient relics because there's only a handful
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, that's
And
gonna
I would
be
really
an
like
expansion thing. Yeah.
to see some more. Or I mean, I could make up some, but
Yeah, there's 20 of them. So.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look at Borg and see. This is why I borrowed this.
Yeah,
This is why I
there's more.
borrowed this book, by the way, because there's occult treasures in here. So if I get a what I'll do is if we get a duplicate, we'll roll on the Borg table instead. All right. So roll me a d20, Robin. Oh, you already did,
12.
or did you?
Heart of the Sea.
Ooh,
Create
Oh,
or destroy
holy crap.
15 gallons
exactly.
of water or 30
That's
cubic...
exactly what you need.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called what?
All right. So water's no longer a problem. You have the Heart of the Sea. You can create or destroy 15 gallons of water or 30 feet. 30 square feet of fog. Oh, that's cool.
I can create fog also?
Yeah, and it's literally here's the picture of it. Are you able to see this, by the way?
Where are you?
I'm
Blinking
on
at?
page 63.
Oh, I don't have the book. I don't have the PDF open.
Okay, let me actually. I love how one of these items is a statue of Cthulhu.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, here it is, Heart of the Sea. It
So
it
it's
literally
probably-
looks like a heart.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a coral.
Looks like kind of a coral heart. Yep.
Yeah, heart made of coral kind of thing.
Yeah. What happened to my Discord?
Part of the ship's part of
Did
the
I
crew.
get out of
Heart of
Discord
the sea.
somehow? I think I did.
Heart of the sea.
Yeah, and I think more important than that, you need to know what it does. So
I posted on Discord
did you? Okay.
or on the Roll20.
Yeah.
I'll get on the Discord as well.
Create or destroy
Okay, here's
15 gallons of water or 30 cubic feet of fog. So if it's foggy out, you can
pretty
actually
fucking useful. Yeah.
get rid of 30 foot of fog. That is awesome.
Which
or make
doesn't
30
really do very much good for you if you're
if
traveling at greater than 5 knots.
True, but if we're in a dense fog trying to fight.
True.
Or
Something's
if you're
creating
trying to,
fog, or
like,
if we need fog,
yeah,
Yes.
if you're trying to escape like a group of enemies or something.
Yes.
it's a smoke screen.
Anyway, it seems like and just for the water creation alone, that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
15 gallons
My
of water?
question is though on that, and this may sound like me being a jerk, but it says 15 gallons of water. I almost think it should be 15 gallons of seawater.
It's not specific, so yeah, it doesn't have to be
It's
potable.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Well, that's the thing.
I mean,
it
or
creates
it
15
could be
gallons.
specified.
It could just be random, whether it's fresh, brackish, or sea.
Or I could specify.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna have you roll each time.
Yeah.
But anyway, just so that it's not a free get out, But that's fine.
Oh, yeah, so
but
why
yeah,
would
pretty
anybody
cool.
want a relic to be a good thing?
Yeah. Well, can we
I mean-
can we trust the water that's coming out of this creepy eldritch?
Yeah.
Like it might be radioactive for all we
Coral
know.
heart. Yeah.
Could be. Could
I mean,
be.
we
It
don't
might
know
be
what
coming out of
radiation is,
Cthulhu.
so-
It might be coming out of Cthulhu dimension, and who knows what the fuck
Yeah.
is up with that water.
Yeah.
It could be full of snails with eyes in them.
Yeah, we all
They're
end up
worth 20
becoming
silver each.
monkeys.
Yeah.
Sea monkeys.
Yes, sea monkeys.
All right. So I
Also-
guess, you've looted the bodies. You're preparing to venture further into the caves, and I guess we'll end it there.
Yes. Well,
Thank you so
thank
much
you
for
all
hosting.
for tuning
So,
in. Folk. Oh, yes, go
So
ahead.
no level up though, right?
And Bill, I guess as far as the leveling up goes, I guess we'll go ahead and do that at the beginning of next session.
Cool. I'll make a note on.
Well, I mean that's gonna possibly change people's
Did we just hit the buttons?
stats also.
I've got it as a macro, so I can just hit a button and it.
Isn't it
It does all.
macroed
And roll all
for
six.
from Borg though, not Pirate Borg?
Yeah, it's most of the same stuff.
That's true. All right. You know what?
We'll do.
Yeah.
we
Why
can
don't we do
next
it at the beginning of next session?
Yeah.
time. Yeah, it goes fast either way.
Because
Yeah.
it's kind
It's
of
already
fun.
after 9.
Yeah.
I
It's
think it's
past
kind of
9,
fun
so-
for people to watch too. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no.
it's a cool system. All
Thank
right.
you all for
Thank you all.
tuning in, and thank you for making it through the headaches. And apparently, my internet is working great the last 20 minutes.
Good.
Ah,
And maybe we'll have some more folks next time.
And I'll
So-
I'll do a better job spreading the word next time because I usually post on Facebook and stuff, but I didn't do that this time. So
Okie doke. Until next time, tomorrow I will be doing the RPG roundup, so we'll go over news and Kickstarters tomorrow, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Kickstarter launches on Halloween, so don't forget that. I'll talk about it a bunch tomorrow.
I'll be
So-
back in it for sure.
Oh yeah, I want that to beat Avatar: The Last Airbender. So
I don't know if it's gonna do that, but
It's gonna
I'll
do
be
it.
back in it, and I'll be running it at some point too.
oh
So.
god, yes, I can't wait. Okay, till tomorrow night. The library is now closed.